Heyo, hey all, welcome to the Downcast for Down Syndrome. Damon here as always. Along with me, the accommodating one and the very open-minded one, Zach. Zach, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just great. I'm doing supreme.
Burrito Supreme, good job. We also have a wonderful guest tonight, and that is Billis. Billy, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
We're good, thank you.
I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for some fucking football. This is the last weekend we have.
Yeah, we have the Hall of Fame
without
game.
football.
Did you watch Hall of Fame game, Billy, as a Bear fan?
I did, yeah.
Did you take anything away at all? Or?
Yeah, I thought it was actually a pretty good game. I thought both teams made good plays on both sides of the ball. As far as Hall of Fame games go, I was entertained by it.
That's good. Yeah, Hall of Fame games usually a piece of shit, but at least it starts football off, so it's good to be back, football. We love you. What we're doing today is we're going to go over the vote sheet with everybody's suggestions and last place punishment suggestions. I'll post it with the Downcast. It's going to be pretty sweet. We've got a lot of good stuff. However, I just wanted to clarify some stuff from earlier. Couple of things.
I just have one quick question before you go on.
All right.
How come cheese shoes isn't one of the options, you motherfucker? That was a good one.
You sent like 5 things in, and so
I actually think cheese shoes should be on the list.
Okay, I will add cheese shoes before I post it. It will be added when we're going over last place. Zach, don't forget to bring it up. Okay.
Okay.
It is kind of funny. I forgot about it. But couple of things. So we were gonna do keepers early, then we were gonna do them at the draft. Blah blah blah. Much as I hate to say it, Devin was right on this. So what we're going to do is we are going to announce keepers 1 week before the draft. Now everybody has a week to prepare, but also you have plenty of time to think on it and everything. So going forward, how we're going to do it is we're going to have the suggestion sheet that I sent out just for suggestions. I'm not going to worry about threatening draft picks or doing anything. If you fill it out by the due date, great. If you don't, great. I don't care. Then there's going to be a vote sheet, which we're going to go over now, off those suggestions. Maybe a lot of stuff may not be. Same idea there. We'll have a due date on this vote sheet. I hope you all fill it out because ideally for something to pass, it needs 7 votes out of 12. But at the same time, I'm not going to pester everybody to do it. If you do it, great. If you don't, you don't.
But if you don't do it by the due date, your draft pick is threatened. That's what I'm hearing.
No, not for this one. Not for the vote sheet. I'm not going to do that except for the keepers. All this means is if you vote, then you get to have a say in the league. If you don't, you can kiss my ass. But you should just vote. It takes like 2 seconds.
I got to be honest. I wasn't listening to most.
That's fine. Anyway, bottom line, after that, we are going to do the keeper sheet. The keeper sheet is the one that will have a strict due date, and if it is not completed, then draft picks will be threatened because that is affecting all of us. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on all that. Billy or Zach, Billy, go ahead. Any comments with anything or any thoughts or anything before we do the sheet?
Well, let's go over what's the first topic of the sheet?
Well, Billy, anything besides the sheet that you guys want to talk about before we dive in?
Can we just get to the sheet?
All right, fine. So this sheet is it is Sunday the 5th. It will be posted tonight. This sheet will need to be to me by next Sunday the 12th, filled out and completed.
Or you drop in the draft.
No. Get it to me by the 12th. If you don't vote, oh well. But I need to get it compiled because of for the final last place in the keeper stuff, because the keepers will be due by the 19th, and we'll do another downcast for the keeper reveal that Sunday night 1 week ahead. But anyway, the vote sheet for everybody's suggestions will start at the top.
Question: if I get it to you early, can I move up?
No.
in the draft?
Can
I put that on the list?
Next year, yes. Okay, so option one that we'll be voting on is changing to auction draft. Pretty simple, not much to explain there. We're on a snake draft now. We always have been. This is to vote if people want to do auction draft. Keep in mind, if this does pass, we would not be doing it this year. We would be doing it next year. Along with that, it wouldn't mean forever
It's not
more.
set in stone.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll try it for a year if it votes in. And if people like it, maybe we'll do it again. If not, we'll go back to snake.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that it changes the entire fabric and makeup of the league, and you should not vote yes on this because we're not an auction draft. Keep that in mind as well.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, you wouldn't know this with my politics, but I'm actually quite conservative, and I don't like to change things. You know, like I don't like handing over our cities of like Detroit, which was one time the richest cities in America, over to the Dindus. I also don't want to change our draft style. It's worked this far. I don't want to change it.
Please.
Didn't do nothings. You know, pavement apes.
So I really didn't think this one's going to pass, and I don't think it's ever going to pass. I'm open to it, but I also don't care. But just vote. If you don't want it to change, vote. I don't think this one will ever change, but it's on the docket. So moving on, next one is removing scoring bonuses. How we currently have it is we do have some bonuses for big plays. Like if you get a 50-plus yard touchdown, it's a 2-point bonus, whether it's thrown, received, or run. Or if it's a 40-yard, you get a 1-point bonus touchdown. Also, if it's a big game, like a 400-yard passing game, it's a 2-point bonus. Or like if it's a 100-yard rushing game, it's a 1-point bonus. So these are just little bonus points. I'm personally a big fan of it, and spoiler alert, I'll be voting no to this. But
well, I misunderstood the question when I voted on it. Now, to my understanding, what this bonus was the top 6 scoring teams, even if they lose, get the half point. I thought that's what I was voting against.
No.
That I would like to see on the docket.
Zach, it's not your fault for the confusion there. That's the person who created the questionnaire did an awful job of explaining that one. So I'm sure that he'll get that tightened up.
This is why we're doing this, to clarify these things. So yes, no. Well, the half win for top scorers is fun, and we're keeping that shit. This is just for scoring.
Why can't we not have that on the? Why can't we not put that to an auction to a vote?
Well, no one suggested it. You can do it next year, but I don't think anybody wants to get rid of it either. So it's fun to have the half win. So anyway, this is for scoring.
You speak for the 10 other owners, brah.
Okay, well, nobody suggested it. We're past that. Once again, if you don't put it, oh well. So next year, if you want to get rid of it, you're very welcome to suggest it. And if you can, start a coup to rise up and remove it, then I'll be more than happy to remove it next year.
Fuck's a coup.
I don't know if I used it right. Anyway, any scoring bonuses? Anything besides nonsense from Zach?
So just making sure this is about like you get extra points towards your score. This isn't money related, right?
Yeah, no. This is just individual plays and scoring bonuses.
They do a big play, a fucking 70-yard,
Yeah, they make big plays bigger. So that's all that's voted on. The next one is a suggestion that the 6 teams that don't make the playoffs all put in an additional $10 a piece and play for the consolation championship of $60 prize money. Currently, how we have it is whoever wins the consolation bracket gets no worse than a top 3 pick. That's how Chris has got the 3 pick. But this is a little extra incentive if people vote and choose to do so.
Can I throw out a quick alternative on this? Because I just got thinking about this, and there's another one, not to jump ahead, but we're going to be talking about another one that is, oh shit, which one was it? It is...
Getting rid of kickers for the flex?
No. No, this one right here. So when the playoffs start, we're still giving, we're still doing the $20 to high score during the playoffs.
Yep.
So there's another one that is to remove that. If we remove that scoring,
Then
if
we can
we
move that
vote
to the consolation bracket.
exactly, then we can use that money towards this one, and then the losers wouldn't have to.
And I'm fine with that. I just know that people won't want to,
Well, people also don't want to pay $10 extra.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. That's fine. I'll add that in there. So the idea is to pay $10 extra to make a losers bracket $60. I'll put one right below it that says remove the high scoring bonus in the playoffs and use it for the consolation championship. Or we could do kind of a middle ground and we could remove the $20 high scoring bonus from the playoffs, put half of it to the consolation and half to like first place or something.
Yeah, see, I'm all about distributing the wealth among everyone.
So here, the next question is remove $20 high scoring bonus for playoffs, which is 3 weeks and $60. So we'll do it this way. If people want to remove that, just vote yes, and then on the keeper sheet when we finalize last place and everything, I'll put options on what we'll do with that $60. So if you want to do that, we can do that as well. So just to get an idea, and you guys will read this. So that's the idea. But anyway, that's just some money distributing, either paying a little extra for not making the playoffs or distributing already in money to accommodate some of that. I'm open to whatever. Personally, I like the high scoring bonus, and I like how we did it. But once again, if it's voted, I'm fine with it.
Well, to be honest, I usually have to wait like a week or two into the season before I'll tell you if I like that high score bonus or not.
Well, it's going to stay the same for weeks 1 through 13. Once again, we're just looking at weeks 14 through 16 in the playoffs. It's going to stay $20 high score bonus weeks 1 through 13 regardless.
The thing I like about the high scoring for the playoffs is it keeps teams that aren't in it still interested. You know what I mean? It keeps
supposed to, but it doesn't always have that impact, and a lot of people just stop.
Yeah, that's why I like it. But I don't know. We'll see what people vote. We can certainly, if you guys vote yes to getting rid of the $20, that makes $60 total. We'll figure out a way to disperse that.
This is how I see it. If you get your faggot ass handed to you all season long, and you're in the playoffs, and you want to be a little bitch and not set your draft because you don't want $20, more power to me, right? I can make more money.
Like 60.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, moving on. The next one is one that I do want to talk on because it's one that I like. It's getting rid of kickers altogether and adding one extra flex spot. Pretty self-explanatory. Basically, right now we have quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, flex, tight end, defense, kicker. We would remove kicker and make 2 flex. So it's super easy to understand. I personally am a big fan of it because kickers make me mad, but at the same time I think it'd be fun too we wouldn't change the draft. Nothing would change in the draft. Same amount of draft picks, 16 rounds, just no kickers. What are you guys' thoughts?
I think kickers are part of the game, and removing them really changes everything.
I actually agree with the racist on this one. I like the kicker component. I get it's like more action, more skill players removing the kicker, but I think it's actually enjoyable when games can sometimes come down to a kicker. I like having that in there. I'm going to vote fuck no on this one for sure. And I hope you do too.
I just got to hope the rest of the league's not fucking dipshits like you two and wants to interact some change for the better. But that's fine.
It's called football, Damon. For fuck's sakes, at least let us use our feet once in a while.
asshole.
Oh, they'll still be doing it in the NFL. This is also called fantasy football. It's a fun way of a sideways watching the league in which you don't have to have stupid fucking kickers.
Our most exciting championship game in this league.
Yeah, it came down to kickers.
Yeah, well,
and I lost.
There was a
and I hate
component, and that shit was exciting.
And I hate
it makes
them.
it enjoyable.
And if they never existed, I hate them. Anyway, it's fine.
You know what? You should draft better next year, faggot.
God, I need to, man. I did terrible.
Sure did.
So now,
fucking awful.
A side note to that. If you decide if everybody decides to keep a kicker, great. I did have a second notion that if I can't get enough of you to be smart and kick the kicker, neutering their scoring, basically making them just less of a wild card. Once again, if this is voted no, great. We'll keep everything as is. Currently, kickers 50 plus yard field goal, 5 points, 40 plus 4. Anything under 43. If you miss a field goal over 40 yards, no penalty. If it's under 40 yards, minus 3 points. Make an extra point, get a point. Miss an extra point, minus a point. That's how it is now and how it's been since we started the league. This proposition is basically if they make a field goal, just like the real game, it's 3 points regardless of distance. And if they miss a field goal, just like the real game, regardless of distance, they get no minus points, and then extra point, 1 point, miss extra point, no point. So it's just they're still in the game. They're just less of a wild card. They're just less of an impact on the game.
Zach, do you have comments? Because I do.
Well, I think the whole losing points is a fucking dumb idea. If the kicker misses a field goal, you shouldn't lose points.
Well, okay, so here's my take on this. First, Damon wants to fuck everything up and just do away with the kicker. But then the second one, and I don't know if it was Damon who suggested this question, but whoever it was, I hope they have like a severe ankle sprain. Like severe. But basically, if you decide to keep kickers, the second question sounds like it's, well, let's borify the kicker position and just make everything worth 3. I like it when I have a kicker who drops a 50-yarder and I get extra points for that. They should be rewarded for more difficult kicks. So, I mean, with this one, to both, I'm voting to keep the kicker, and I like that they get extra points for huge kicks. And I'm all right,
for extra skills.
Yeah, and I don't know, along those same lines, I'm actually okay personally with us. How many points do we lose if they miss a kick?
So if it's under 40 yards, they miss 3. It's minus 3. If it's over 40 yards, there's no penalty because those are harder kicks.
That's brutal. So I would be fine with like if that was a smaller number, or I would be fine keeping that the same. I don't know if that's even an option, but like you lose 2.
I mean, is there the option of not losing points at all?
Are we still on air?
It says on air. Google Hangouts.
Sorry, I did something bad. Anyway, okay. Sorry. My bad.
There's another scenario where, okay, how about this? A quarterback throws a touchdown, you get 6 points, right?
No, you get 4.
You get 4 points. If he throws a pick, how many do you get deducted?
2.
Exactly. So it's not. I could see something with the kicker where you get docked, but maybe you don't get docked the full 3. So like 2 points for a missed kick, and then 3. I could see something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I also think if a quarterback throws a touchdown pass, he should get 7 points, or 6 points, 6 points.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree. I'd be open to 6-point touchdown passes, but no one suggested it. Not on the list. Unless you guys really want to put it on there, I will.
Well, I was just using that to make an example of like if we met somewhere in the middle. Zach doesn't like the points getting deducted. Others do. If you find a middle ground.
Well, that's why when you neuter the scoring, what happens is you don't get those bonuses, but you don't get those penalties either. So it's just
neutered and boring.
I don't like neutering. I want us to keep our balls.
Bottom line, I want 5 points for a fucking.
So here's this, okay. So sounds like if you two are any indication of the league, sounds like that will epically fail. Just fine. Here's one more side question before we move on to the last place punishment ideas. Where would your guys' thought process be if we got rid of tight end specific and added an extra flex? So tight ends still exist, but you don't have to play one every week. You can certainly play one as one of your 2 flexes, but you're not required to play.
That changes the whole dynamic of how you're going to draft. Obviously,
so, I would be open to like a trial on that one.
Yeah.
Personally. I'm trying to be a little bit more liberal than Zach over there.
I do have another league where we're doing that, so I'll check it out and then I'll try. We'll see. You can still
play the tight end.
Yeah, you just give us some feedback. Let us know how it works, and we'll talk about it again at the end of the year.
Yeah, because I don't know. I like more freedom and
you
less.
Like changing things up.
Most people are not going to be playing a tight end though, because there's not very many.
Exactly. So you only have to. There's probably only going to be 5 played a week.
Right. And it does kind of change the draft because once those 2 tight ends are done,
I mean,
I'm probably not even looking at tight ends.
Well, you can still get a good one. Still, anyway, we're not doing it this year, so it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll think about it next year. All right. Well, sad to hear there was so much negative kicker thoughts. I was hoping to get rid of those bastards, but we'll see what the votes say.
I'm sure there's going to be new age nerds like Devin that are going to agree with you.
Oh, Devin. Yeah, I hope.
You thought getting rid of the kicker was a shoe in.
No. All right. You can have that one. So now we're going to move on to the last place punishments. So we've got about seven solid ideas. How I want everybody to do this on the vote sheet when you get it is pick up to 3 options. So if you only like one, really, you can just pick one, but don't pick any more than 3. And what we'll do is the top 2 or even 3, whatever is voted, when we do the keeper sheet, we'll put a final vote for last place.
Also, I want to add the cheese shoes idea there.
Okay, yeah, talk about cheese shoes.
Let's be honest. If Lee wins this fucking league, I'm not going to drive to Idaho to mow this motherfucker's lawn every weekend for a month.
Well, hold on. Get ahead of yourself.
Also, Papa Kleintop doesn't have a lawn, so
talk about cheese. That's fine. Don't vote for it. These are just ideas. Talk about cheese shoes first, and then we'll go to the rest of them.
Yeah. So what we do is we wrap your foot in cheese squares, and then we put a sock over it, and maybe pour some Velveeta down the sides.
Can we make? Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
And I was going to say that the loser has to wear that during the draft. Wear cheese shoes through the whole event.
Could one amendment be that same person has to take 1 bite of said cheese at the end of the draft?
Oh, no one's going to.
They have to eat sock nachos. And they have to eat sock nachos at the end.
It's your foot. It's your sweat. Don't be a pussy and eat your fucking cheese shoes.
Yeah. We'll call them sock-yos.
I think cheese shoes is a good idea. Could possibly make it. I'm not eating cheese.
You're telling me you wouldn't take 1 bite. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
I'm good.
You just got to take a bite of your cheese shoes.
I mean, if everybody voted on it and it went that way, sure.
So if you're voting for cheese shoes, don't let that suggestion sway you. I just think it'd be fucking funny to make that person.
But I do like cheese
if we don't want to do
I think cheese shoes is pretty funny, and it will be added to the list. So
I do like cheese shoes.
So cheese shoes, very good. Okay,
it's not too terrible.
Sounds awful though. It sounds absolutely like a horrible, gross feeling for the entire draft. So I like it. Cheese shoes is. You play music, Zach?
Yep.
Cool. Anyway, music I like it. No, we just got some back. He's like, we're done. Jeez, mic drop. So the next option up for vote is called Roast Me on Reddit. You'll have to look it up if you haven't seen it. In fact, I suggest everybody look it up before voting because this shit's funny. What people do is I still don't know what the hell Reddit is. It's an online forum or something. But what people do is they take a picture of themselves and they post it on this, and then people come to this, just all
And
random
roast
people.
them.
Everybody in the league can jump on there too, but people just come on there just to verbally attack whoever took a picture, just say the meanest, most awful things they can to this person. When I looked it up, I saw like some guy had some funky teeth, and like one of the comments was, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend you go kill yourself. And there was yeah, it was pretty good. And then there was some other ones that were just so violently mean and stuff. So I think that'd be pretty funny, just and then and then what we could do is I'm pretty sure you can save the all the words that keep popping up, and we could at the end of the year party or the draft the next year, just put it up on something and just watch it go through. So I think it'd be really fun, really belittling, and not the end of the world. Yeah, I like it. Next option is last place has to do a downcast.
Zach, are you watching porn? Are you jerking off while we do this?
I am. I'm so excited for this season.
Well, good. As long as it's to football, that's what matters. But next one is last place has to do a downcast in which they are ripped on and belittled the entire time. It would be the champion, and last place would be the guests along with Zach and myself, and it would just be everybody. Or if one of us took first or last, it'd be there. I mean, it'd be just intense.
No, it's going to be midget gangbang, and you're supplying the meat muff if you take last place, because me and Damon are gonna poke you like a pincushion.
But yeah, so downcast, just ripping.
Dude, I would totally watch midget porn.
Just ripping again. Just ripping on you and making life, making you just hopefully feel like the piece of shit you are for taking last. Next one, wash the winner's car by hand while everyone else throws water balloons at you. Not bad, for the 30 minutes or so that it takes to do that. It's probably decently annoying. I don't know. I think we have some better options, but certainly something that fits along the lines of
not too violent.
Yeah, not too bad, but something you really don't want to do. Next one is shave your head. I think shave your head's awesome because it fits perfectly in the alignment of no one really wants to do it, but it's not the end of the world. My only problem with it is Devin's pretty much bald, isn't he?
Well,
so it doesn't matter.
Papa Kleintop shaves his head.
Yeah, so two people
Isn't it ironic that the one guy that's the skinhead in the group is the little fucking liberal?
Devin doesn't have facial hair, does he?
He does.
Does he have?
He's grown out of badass.
Oh, see, well then if we did shave your head, for people that already had shaved heads, it would be shave your beard because your dad's got a great beard, and so that's an option. We could do shave head. Could also be if you have no hair on the head, hair on the face goes. So,
and if you have neither, if you show up to that fucking draft party with no fucking hair on your head and no facial hair, we're waxing your asshole, pal.
Well, that's actually, dude, you should, if you haven't waxed your asshole, you should do it. It changes the whole wiping game. Like,
yeah, it's like trying to get rid of a kicker.
I would recommend everyone wax or at least shave your asshole. It's so beautiful.
Damon treats kickers like dingleberries. He's a real asshole.
So shave your head could be facial hair as well. Next one would be sticker bitch, wears like just a maid outfit and some lipstick and just whatever awful belittling attire we can think of to make them just the bitch.
I like this one.
This is a good one too.
I think it's like a little bit playful, but the loser put that pussy in lipstick and a skirt, and maybe they get the they have to do the stickers for the winner or something like that.
Yeah, maybe they just do. Yeah, or maybe they do stickers for everybody, but whoever the champ is, they're their straight up bitch. Like they need to bring them their food and drinks.
Make them a plate.
Yeah, they need to just cater to them. So yeah, so something along those lines. So yeah, I mean that's a good one too. You know,
While they're dressed up.
And if you really wanted to be cute about it, you could do all of that with cheese in your shoes.
So yeah, that's a good one too. I like it. We got a blast from the past for the next one. The one that almost won last year, getting dunked on with a slight change. Last place gets dunked on by all the playoff teams. I voted for getting dunked on last year. I thought it was such a cool idea. Bring in a small hoop and take pictures of people dunking on them, hopefully like real sweaty and gross too. So that's back up for the vote and getting dunked on by just the playoff teams. And then the last place idea was the last place mows the champ's lawn for a month. Zach brought up and Billy brought up good points. You know, Lee, who knows where he lives now? He's a farmer, and Bill.
That'd be a bitch to mow.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine having to mow a whole fucking farm?
And then Bill doesn't have one, so while it's a good idea, probably not that one, but you know, hell, we'll see what happens.
But let's be honest, those two assholes aren't making it to the championship game.
Exactly. So they're at risk of. Oh no, I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a suggestion for you though.
Yeah.
On this, I think the way it's set up, I think we should have weighted. So like we should select our first choice, second and third, and then you can, because otherwise you're going to get all of those coming in, and you're just going to have a goulash of I like.
I don't know how I can do that because I know you're like
ask
agree
the question
with you.
3 different ways with a drop down of the options, and someone selects their first option, second option, and third. Right.
Oh,
so
okay.
each question has the same.
So okay, I think I can
list.
do that too.
And then you can just have like, you know, some whatever weight you want to give it. Like first the first, if someone votes something for first, it's worth 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah,
like that.
I like that because I wanted to do something like that initially. I just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So how it'll work then is the last place punishment question. There will be 3 of them. It'll just be a drop down to select one option. You can select up to 3 or just 1. But the first one you select will be your top choice, second and third choice, and then like I said, I'll get 2 to 3 choices for when we do the keeper sheet, and it'll just be pick one at that point for the final last place, in which we will announce that when we do the keeper announcements on the next Downcast. So it should be pretty fun. So once again, this sheet, it is the 5th, and this sheet, Sunday the 5th, will be posted with the Downcast tonight. So please have it back by the 12th. Also on vote changes, normally 7 out of 12, but if only 7 people vote, 4 passes it, and everybody else can cry about it because if they don't like it because they didn't vote. So anyway, that's all I have.
Cool.
What about you guys? Any last parting remarks?
No, I'm fucking excited to see you faggots. Please try to be there for the draft.
Yes, thank you. Draft.
Damons.
Sunday, August 26th at my house. I will send my address out. Everybody but the champ has been here. I will still send it out on the keeper vote sheet so you have it. Also for the draft, it's a potluck like always, but let's bring our A game. I want some real high quality shit from you people.
Or if you're already bringing bomb shit like in the past, bring that same stuff.
Yes. Like Meehan stuffed mushrooms. Those were amazing.
Yeah, make twice the amount of those.
Yes,
3 times the amount.
Those were super good. Like, let's make, I've got something in mind I'm going to make. It's going to be really over the top. It's going to be good. So everybody deck it out. Also, noon to 2-ish is just going to kind of be hanging out. Be here at noon. Let's have some fun and hang out. But, right around 2 o'clock.
And if you want to bring some smoke, I'll be there. So you want to smoke alone?
Zach will appreciate it. But yeah, let's have
some
fun.
pills. Or some pills.
Or some pills. I mean, both, please.
One person in particular, you know who you are.
Intoxicants are very common. Also, what we're gonna have the draft. I want it. Obviously, we all have lives to get to after the draft. But
no, I don't. I don't.
Yeah, I want to not rush things. I want to just have a fun draft. This is my favorite day of the year. So I mean, I'm thinking like let's do like 3-minute picks. Obviously, if you know who you're taking, don't take the entire time. Bass will be putting up all the stickers. So if you know who you're taking, once it's your turn and you already know after one person's taken, maybe give it at least 10 seconds for Bass to put the sticker up before you call it again.
Isn't that interesting, though? A little interesting caveat there I just realized. I went from being last place to winning.
Well, you just
and then Bass won, and then he went to last place. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he deserved it.
He's a fucker.
100% deserved it because he should not have won the championship.
Did you? I didn't even know what he said. I was just.
He said that Bass went from first and then took last the very next year.
Yeah.
And I said, and I agree. Deserved it. And Zach.
No, he didn't.
100%.
Bass is a good dude.
Bass is a great guy, but he deserved it. He deserved to take last.
On what grounds?
On the ground.
And on that note, folks, we'll holler at you later.
Yeah. August 12th, vote sheet 2. Adios.